Hey girls, and welcome back to the Lean Girl YouTube channel. I'm really excited to sit down and chat to you today. I'm here in my room doing vlog style today on a topic that I know a lot of you guys were really interested in, and that was my kind of reverse diet that I have just kind of finished. And that I've been doing for the last couple of months, and I just wanted to share some insights that I got out of it and perhaps some tips with you guys. There are kind of 3 steps that I want to take you through that I think will really help you. So this video is for you if you feel like you're really eating too little already, so you can't eat any less, but you are still not seeing the results that you're wanting. So you're still not losing fat, you're not losing centimeters, you're not getting any leaner, then this video I really hope is going to help you and give you a little bit of direction as to where perhaps the next step is for you to really start seeing progress and seeing results again. So let me start off and I'll share a little bit about what I've been doing over the past couple of months with you guys. I don't normally share too much of my own stats and my own things because I think we're all on such a unique journey, but I thought that this would be a really good one because I think perhaps it is where a lot of you guys may be struggling and something quite new that I haven't really chatted about before. So a couple of months back, I did a couple of photo shoots where I did diet down, like I cut my calories down. It wasn't anything too extreme, maybe around 1,400 calories. I am pretty tall, so some of you guys are probably on lower than that, but I am pretty tall. I'm 179 centimeters, which is pretty tall for a woman at least. And at some points I maybe went down to 130 or so, and then I was kind of at that level, and I felt like, okay, after the photo shoot that I did, I wanted to stay as lean as possible, and I didn't at that time try and increase my calories again. I kind of just stayed at that level. And if you guys know, I've had obviously quite a diet history going back, since I was a teenager. And I feel like what happens is your body does slowly adapt. So very much like if you're eating very low calories for a very long time, your body is so phenomenal at being able to adjust, and essentially it starts burning less calories. So there's no such thing as starvation mode, guys, except there is something called metabolic adaptation. So that means your body slowly starts using less and less energy, and that could mean it makes you feel lazier, so you don't move around, you're not using as much energy. There's a whole lot of factors which I won't get into in this video, but essentially it just gets better at doing what it needs to do to keep you alive, to maintain your body as it is. And what does that mean for us? It means that our bodies can survive on less food, and that means slower results. So I felt like I was at a point where, and I'll actually come back to this point because I think that I thought I was eating 1,400 calories, but it was probably a bit more than that. But that is one of the points that I also want to get to when I just give you a little step-by-step breakdown. So anyway, so I was like, I feel like I'm not really eating a lot. I didn't want to get too much leaner, but I felt like I wasn't quite at the place where I wanted to be, like a specific goal that I had. But at the same time, I was like, I couldn't really eat any less without being like super miserable and grumpy and hungry, and I couldn't really push myself at the gym either. So what I started to do was I started doing something called a reverse diet. So essentially a reverse diet is when you try and slowly but surely work your calories up to a higher calorie level. You either would do this even if you're not at your goal, but you just feel like you can't eat any less, you're not seeing any progress, or it can be at a place where you have reached your goal and you want to gain minimal fat and be able to work your calories up again to a higher level. Now, if you think about it scientifically, we've obviously got our maintenance calories, which means that you should essentially just be able to jump straight up to maintenance calories from your calorie deficit, and you shouldn't gain any weight. But of course, for a lot of us, it's a bit more comforting to be able to work up a little bit more slowly, and not all of a sudden eat a whole lot more food and we have that fear that the weight is just going to come back on again. So what I did was, slowly but surely, I worked my calories up, and that was around 50 to 100 calories every 7 to 10 days, or 10 days to 14 days, depending on what my weight was kind of doing. And so over a 3-month period, I worked my calories up from 1,400, which again I'll get back to around 2,000 calories, which I am now eating. So a lot of you will be shocked that I eat that much. Listen, I have a huge appetite, so I could probably eat more than that if I had to, but I can easily eat 2,000 calories, and I'm now at a place where I am maintaining. So over the 3 months, I put on 1.5 kilos, which I was super happy about. I'm not happy that I gained weight, but I mean, that's a very, very small amount. And I've also been able to push a lot harder in the gym with the extra food. And so I'm sure some of that has definitely been lean muscle as well. But 1.5 kilos, really not a lot. And especially from going from a lower calorie level to a higher calorie level. I mean, the whole theory around this is wonderful, because if you're maintaining at 1.4, hey, I mean, I don't mind maintaining at 2,000, and that's essentially what you can do. And then when you reach that higher calorie level, a place where you are eating a lot of food, the beauty of this is when you drop your calories down again, you don't have to eat too little. Like at this point, I could cut on, say, I could lose fat on, say, 1,600 calories, which is a really nice amount, and I will definitely see those results pretty quickly, dropping 400 calories from my diet. So that is kind of a brief overview of my kind of journey, and so I wanted to share with you guys 3 kind of steps that I want to take you through if you feel like you are in a place where you are eating too little, but and you can't eat any less, but you're still not seeing results. So the first port of call, and this may be the category that you fit into, is that if you are not counting or tracking calories at all, but you feel like you're eating too little, it could very well be the case that you are just eating calorie dense foods, even though the portions are really small, and you feel like you're not eating a lot, but it is so easy to eat a few small high calorie items, but still that golden rule of calories in versus calories out is not being obeyed when it comes to fat loss, which means that you will not be getting the fat loss results. Now let me tell you, 50% of you guys will probably fall into this category, that you perhaps are eating healthy, but you are eating calorie dense foods. So if you are not tracking calories, stop at this point, and the first port of call will be to start tracking your calories. Find out how many calories you need for your specific height, weight, activity level, age, all that good stuff, and start tracking your calories. If you need some help on how to do that, I have an awesome program called the Lean Body Lab, which will take you step by step and teach you everything that you need to know from start to finish to make calorie counting a breeze. So that is kind of the first step. Now, the second kind of category or group will probably be people that, similarly to how I was when I was eating 1,400 calories, I probably wasn't eating 1,400 calories and tracking religiously every day, weighing everything. Most days I was doing it, and most things I was tracking, but probably, in all fairness, my calorie level was slightly higher than that. But in our minds, like, we can have 5 days of tracking and not see any results, and then we think, oh my god, I'm following it perfectly and I'm not seeing the results that I want. So the second port of call is to track religiously if you are tracking your calories. So you're not in group 1, but group 2, track your calories religiously first before you think to yourself, oh my god, I'm eating so little but I'm not seeing any results. So sauces, oils, anything that you're cooking with, weigh everything, every lick, every bite, every chip from your man's plate. You need to put it in MyFitnessPal and you need to track it, because 1,400 calories is very easily 1,700 calories with a few extras here and there that we just omit, that we just forget about, and that vanish into fresh air. So number 2, rather, for 1 month at least, track those calories religiously every day, every single thing that passes your lips, and then If still you feel like, oh, and I'm really sticking to that calorie budget, I'm really tracking religiously, and I'm not seeing any results, then number 3, you can perhaps try a reverse diet. So how that would work is you would look at the calorie level that you think you're on now, and you would slowly increase this by 50 to 100 calories every 7 to 14 days, depending on what your weight does. So if you feel like your weight goes up slightly, you can stay on that calorie level until it kind of normalizes again. And remember, you also need to be prepared to either put on a little bit of weight when you're doing this. It shouldn't be mounds. And here's the real thing. Guys, this process is not for sissies, and it takes a hell of a lot of dedication. Why? Because you have to track, because you need to know, okay, this week I 100% ate 1,600 calories, so that if you are, maintaining this week, that next week you can move it up. So again, this isn't just an easy way out to say, oh my word, I'm gonna do a reverse diet. It takes just as much, if not more dedication than just tracking your calories to lose fat. But it is absolutely worth it. At the end of the day, when you're tracking everything, you know exactly what you're doing, and the science will work to a T. And you can obviously then slowly increase to a place where you are eating, a lot more calories. And again, as I said, it's a lot more fun to eat a lot more calories and still be, maintaining versus eating a little bit and maintaining. And then once you have worked your calories up to a level where you feel comfortable, where you feel like you're eating quite a lot of food, and where you feel, satiated, where you have a lot of power in the gym, you can then look at dropping those calories down by a few hundred, and you will then be able to see some more results again. So I hope that this video helped. I hope that it gave you a little bit of insight. And so if you are feeling like you are eating too little, you're not seeing the results that you want, then I really want you to go step by step through those 3 kind of categories that I said. So let me give you a little recap. So the first group is, if you are not tracking your calories already and you're just eating healthy, you feel like you're just eating too little, but you're not really sure about the whole calorie thing, first port of call, learn how to track your calories. I have my Lean Body Lab program that can help you and show you how to do that. Then the second one is, if you are in the same boat, you are tracking your calories, I want you to get super pinpoint accurate on your calorie tracking so that you know for sure, okay, I'm definitely eating, 1/4 and I'm not seeing any results. Do that for at least a month. And then if you still feel like, still nothing is moving, no changes. And at this point, I also want to say, it is so important to track your progress. Like I teach all my girls in my programs, not only on the scale, we definitely also want to be doing measurements. We want to be taking photos, because very often results show up in many different places and not just on the scale. And so third, if you have gone through those first 2 steps and you're just eating too little and you want to embark on a reverse dieting journey, then again, you need to be tracking your calories and slowly but surely increasing your calories to a level where you feel satiated and comfortable. And of course, you can use my online calorie calculator, which will help you get a good rough estimate on what your calories should be. I will put a link in the description to this video as well, so you can check that out too. So I hope that was a little bit insightful for you guys. I hope that I gave you a few helpful tips. And let me know in the comments, as always, if you enjoyed this video. If you want more information on it, please leave your comments down below. I'm always happy to do another video where I explain, different elements more in depth. So please let me know. And before I forget, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me so much. Support your girl, hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell so you do not miss out on any of my Lean Girl recipes, vlogs, workouts, and all of that good stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love to you all.